Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Manuel Mancha, and I'm gonna make you a question. If someone else has a problem, and you're not even part of it, do you feel guilty? Well, you should know the answer is no, as you're not even part of the problem or the discussion being taken. You're not an element of the formula that produced the problem. So, why, if our parents have a problem, we may feel guilty? Well, today I'm gonna talk to you about divorce, which has become something very common in the last few years, mainly in young marriages. Well, you should know that divorce is a legal separation from marriage. This happens for many reasons, which we are going to see in a minute. But first, I want you to know which are the rates of divorce that are uh, officially existing all over the world. Well, in Mexico, there isn't a very big rate of divorces. There is an 8%. This means that 8 of every 100 marriages get divorced, so it's a good number, but it exists divorce still. Well, you should think that the United States has the greatest rate of divorces all over the world. It actually has a very high rate, which is of 53%, but it isn't the greatest in the world. The greatest percent of divorces is found in Belgium, which is of 70%. 70 of every 100 marriages, every year, end with a divorce. And in Europe, there are also some countries which a rate of 60 or more percentage, which are Spain, Portugal, Hungary, Luxembourg, etc. These are some examples only. Well, now there are many reasons for divorce to occur. Which are the most common ones? Well, this tends to occur because of husband and wife fights. But why do they occur? Fights tend to occur because mainly a crash of educational methods or systems. As the husband comes from a family with one method, the wife comes from a family with a very different method, they crash, they have to fight constantly until they can decide to do one thing in common. Another reason for fights between husband and wife, is the lack of comfort. Lack of comfort in which way? Time, mainly, or work. The time they spend together is something very important for wives mainly, but it also happens in husbands. This tends to make them feel or think that something is going wrong in the relationship, but sometimes it's because of the lack of organization of time they have or the priorities they give. I mean, they tend to be out with friends or to be working or I don't know, playing video games or something like that. They spend their time in another thing that is more important in their minds, but it actually is not because they don't want to be with their wife. It's just because they feel that they need to do that mainly. But they tend to create ideas of being cheated or something like that, and this tends to become in fights again, and it may end with the marriage. It also happens with the work, with the fact that somebody doesn't have work and wants to be out with their friends or wants to be out every time, and well, the other member, the other husband, the wife, somebody tells like, hey, what about money? You don't have any and you want to be spending it all over and over. And well, this becomes a fight again. Or if they have a lot of work, it's like, hey honey, why aren't you with me? Why are you working instead of being with me? This, another fight. And finally, there is the lack of organization at home, economically, or of time, which again happens because of a different educational system they had uh, since they have been children until they went out of their houses. Well, children's role in parental divorce is actually mainly of external factors. I mean, one parent may talk badly about the other one with the children, and this makes them feel like guilt or part of the problem. And also, their imagination or their thoughts about what is happening may make them feel part of the problem or make them feel things that aren't even happening. So, I want you to know that kids are not guilty about their parents' problems. I mean, their parents' problems are theirs, children's problems are children's problems. These are separate things, and they are not even part of the problem that is being uh, happening, but they tend to feel. So I want you to know that if your parents' relationship is good, most things are good. But if it isn't, the only thing that is good, and I'm sure I can swear that is good, is you. You're the best part of your parents' relationship, and you should know it. So if they have a problem, don't you even feel part of it, because children are a blessing. Children are the best that can happen to a parent, and trust me, they love you a lot. You don't even imagine how much they love you. So please don't feel guilty of a problem that you are not even part of it, and be happy.